So I hope you guys can see me because I can't see anything because the sun is blaring. So I hope this video comes out okay. But I wanted to do this video because this topic came up yesterday on Facebook and I thought it was a great topic, alright? So, he cheated and my stand. The question on Facebook was, if you're in a marriage and your spouse cheats, so he or she, you're in a marriage and your spouse cheats, are you staying? So, first off, there was a single person who asked this question, someone who's only in a relationship and not married. And I give that background context because like we were kind of talking, it's one of my friends from college, and we were kind of talking and he's like, you know, I'm like, first off, I can't take single man opinions about this question because the mindset is just different. And he's like, who's single? And I'm like, you. Did you get married? You're single. So first off, in my mind, if you're not married, you're single, okay? That's just my mind, that's my opinion. You may have a different one, but that's just how I see it. So I feel like a single person's mindset is very different. And again, when I say single, you could be in a relationship, you could be in a committed relationship. I still say you're single if you haven't made that marriage commitment. And everyone doesn't believe in marriage, but again, these are just my beliefs. So there were a lot of single people who kept saying, no, absolutely not. My spouse cheated, I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, I don't care. Married or not, I'm gone. Then you had the couple of married folks that were like, my spouse cheated, I'm gone, no questions asked, blah, blah, blah. Then you had another set of married folks, which I feel like were the bigger majority of the married people who were like, it's not that simple. Like, it's not just like you cheated, deuces, I'm out, no questions asked, no discussions, no nothing. Like, it's just not that simple. And I'm one of those people who feels like it's just not that simple. Like, if my husband were to step outside of our marriage, it would hurt. Would it be hard to try to forgive? Absolutely. But I can't just be like, okay, no questions asked, bye, without fighting for my marriage. First off, I have 3 little people who look up to me and my husband and whose lives are affected by the actions and the choices that we make. So I made this point and a lot of people were like, yeah, but the partner was selfish by cheating. So why should you have to be the one to, you know, to forgive or to now not be selfish because your partner was selfish? And I'm like, well, that's not how you live your life. As an adult, in my mind, married or not, as an adult, I can only vouch for what I do. That's it. So if somebody wants to go out here and be selfish, first off, let me clear one more thing up. I'm not talking about a serial cheater or somebody just continually cheating or disrespecting you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone who, when I answered this question in my mind, my husband is an amazing husband. Y'all know I love that man. He is an amazing husband. And if I were to find out today that he had this one-time thing or whatever, overall, our marriage has been great. Overall, my husband is an amazing husband. Would I just be like, oh, you did what? Deuces. No. Like, I feel like that's unrealistic and that's crazy. And I feel like that's a maturity thing because, again, I have little people looking at me, and I'm not saying you stay in a marriage just for kids, but I'm saying I have people looking at me and whose lives are affected by the choices I make. So because my husband chose to be selfish, I'm not gonna also be selfish and just be like, bye, without trying to give my marriage a second chance. Now, if I try and it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And maybe I've prayed on it and I've thought about it and I've decided that honestly, I can't take it. Like, I can't stay in this marriage and be fair to everybody and take it. Because once you decide to stay in your marriage or relationship or whatever, you have to actually own part of that and try to help fix whatever the root of the issue is. And not to mention, every 5 seconds you can't be bringing it back up. If you choose to stay in a relationship and forgive, you have to be strong enough to say, I chose to forgive, this is a clean slate. You have to be strong enough to do that. And I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that. I'm not specifically saying I would stay, but I'm saying it's not as simple as just going by, you know? And a lot of people were saying that it was, and I just wanted your opinion because I thought it was a great topic. I just wanted your opinion on that because I just don't see how you're in a committed marriage and you're like, I would just leave, no questions asked. In my mind, there are other things that may be a little worse than cheating. I don't feel like cheating is the end all be all and the bad things that you can do in a relationship. You could be beating me. You could be, I mean, emotionally abusing me. That's a thing. That's a real thing that causes lasting scars. And because people can't see it, they don't think it's real or they don't think it's that egregious. But you could be giving me all types of emotional scars. You can be just super, really controlling. You can have a problem where you're spending all of our money. I think that's a big thing. And everyone just had, I don't know, everyone just had opinions like, you don't have to accept that type of behavior. Forgiveness does not equal acceptance. Forgiveness and stay. First off, forgiveness doesn't mean that you're staying in the relationship. It means that you've let all that hurt and pain go for yourself. And you're, I won't necessarily say completely over it, but you just let all that hurt and pain go and you're ready to move forward. Now, you can forgive and leave, or you can forgive and stay. And if you forgive and stay, that does not mean that you've accepted that behavior. So I just want to clear that up. Doesn't mean you've accepted cheating. Doesn't mean you're like, oh, he can do what he wants in this marriage, blah, 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 blah. It means that you've acknowledged that there's an issue. He's acknowledged that there's an issue. And you two are going to work on fixing said issue. Doesn't give him free reign to go and cheat again or be disrespectful or whatever the case is. So let's clear that up because people were, you know, acting like they didn't understand that. And I'm like, that doesn't mean that you're accepting the behavior just because you decide to stay. So I would just think about all sides before I would just decide to leave. When I got married for better or for worse, and that does not mean cheating that I'm like, oh, you need to accept cheating and that means that you're, you know, fully honoring your vows. No, I'm just saying that sometimes there are rough patches. There, like, again, there could be rough patches that don't involve cheating. There's all types of unacceptable behavior. You quit your job, honey, without consulting me. You just up and quit talking about you want to be a rapper or some shit. That's unacceptable behavior, and we need to talk about that. But I'm not just gonna up and walk out. We gonna sit down and figure out why you going through some type of midlife crisis where you feel like you needed to quit your job. We gonna get to the root of the problem and get us back on track. That's what we're gonna do. So I look at kind of cheating the same, I guess the same way. And again, I'm not saying I would stay. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm saying I'm not just jumping up and moving out or leaving or whatever as soon as it happens without even going over all sides. If my husband is standing there and he's sincere and he's willing to fight for our marriage, then I'm gonna stand right beside him and I'm willing to fight too. And I would hope that he would do the same for me. So that's all I gotta say on this topic. Let me know what y'all think down below because, I mean, this is like a hot topic. Like, people were getting heated on that post yesterday. The post had so many comments within the first couple of minutes and people were like heated on that damn post. So let me know what y'all think about this situation. Would you stay? Would you leave? Are you just like, you know what, he cheated, I'm gone? What y'all think? And also let me know if you're single or married, alright? If y'all like videos like this, give this video a thumbs up and also make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. Bye.